all right, we would consider to buy condition A. You may not even get to see condition B in the first place. It is the same segregation that we're having, the 1 2, and of course internally this does segregate into a 1 2, some kind of a 3 4 and a 5, and A B C. 2A, this could just break out and that's it. Now we will not really bother with, or you could still get a 2C, that 2C here showing in white. We will not really bother with the internal segregations. We will just implement the strategy that we have been looking at since the beginning of this week, is that if you have a confluence of trending momentum on at least 2 higher degree momentum cycles, here we have a confluence of trending momentum on several higher degree trending cycles, any correction in the market will just be a micro ABC correction on a 15-minute chart or on a 5-minute chart. It will just take you to the next neckline or next support level showing on such 15-minute pivot levels as outlined here. Even if it were an Elliott structure, a 5-wave internal very small micro swing, it will take out that first pivot level and take you down to that support S1. So going forward today, or if you wanted to join the market, we would advise that we buy half size condition A at the pivot level. We would buy half size condition B at S1. Over here we're showing we're being a bit conservative. We would buy condition A at that support level, S1, and condition B half size at S2. The stop just has to be below this wave 1 2. Is expected of course to break higher. That stop is at 114.3. 114.3. These are the pivot levels for today, 9th of February. Okay, so we would consider to buy 115.2 and 114.84. The 115.2 is that S1 level right there, 114.2. Even 50% above that is 115.3. You could consider to buy that right away today. And then the condition B takes you to this S2 is coming in at 114.8. Over here showing at 114.9. S2 itself is probably 114.85. We would then divide size between both. All right, again the stop for short-term traders is just 114.3. 114.3 is actually, we usually would have a stop below level 1. We're not showing the levels on the internal pivots, but 114.3 is right out of the pivot levels for today. Okay, for short-term projections, if you wish to take profit at the end of the day, remember we're going to be doing this now every day because this is a trending issue, so you could still make good sizable money. All right, even if you are not going to be holding the trade all the way to 118 or 120. So we would take profits at R1. R1 comes in at 115.7, 115.8. All right, and then we clear the trade tomorrow. We clear the trade on these same premises every day, so long as we're having a positive momentum plot on the 1 hour and on the 4 hours. Let's take a look at the live market. Okay, so let's take a look at the 15-minute chart right away, and that would show if we're having some negative momentum, so we can get S2 today or S1 at the most. We could still get some kind of a 2C, and it's a buying opportunity. Today this is the open for the day. We have had all the days highlighted on the chart. You're looking here, this is the 7th of February. There should be another line here for the 8th, but it's not showing. It's not really relevant. Maybe it should be showing. Okay, so this is today. This is all the market action that they've seen today. We don't really now have to do any internal segregations. Okay, because we have in a way isolated the corrective momentum pitch that is currently impacting this uptrend. We're not showing it on the chart, but it's really very evident. You're seeing this plot here above the moving average. There's some kind of flat correction, which would show that this is really an ABC correction at the pivot line. That's all. This is today, 9th of February. So we could have it labeled, but you can also see it's just an A and a B and a C. Even this will be considered on such a micro frame as a 5-wave swing into A and the B and then the C. Maybe that C is not even finished. Maybe you just had an A and a B and there's a 1, 2, 3 into C. Doesn't really matter. The important thing I would consider is this same correction, this ABC correction, this fractal is showing here, just below the neckline and a bit below the a bit below the moving average and a bit above the moving average on the same momentum plot. This is a 15-minute chart. So at that point you had a deeper A and then some kind of a B and an ABC, some kind of an ending diagonal that actually broke upwards. On the same momentum plot, it was a bit below oversold. Over here, this is now, right now, today, it is contained above oversold. Okay, so we're having the same momentum plot recurring. It did recur on the 8th yesterday. It is now, oh sorry, it did actually recur on the 7th, not on the 8th. It's now occurring on the 9th. And when it did recur on the 8th, or on the 7th, showing you on the 7th, this momentum plot is very, this is what we're talking about. If we had bought the pivots, just the pivot level, maybe 50% also above S1, you could have easily taken profit at R1 the same day, R2, R1 also next day. If we do the same today, we buy the pivot right away. The pivot is right now market action, or right now market price 115.4. Takes us tomorrow to see a profit at 115.8, 40 points.